Hey guys, this is Jen from ScanNCut Canvas and SCAL Help on Facebook. Okay, wreath. People that want to do the wreath thingy, they have the stamps, but they don't have a template. Okay, and I guess making the template is illegal. So I'm going to show you how to do it yourself utilizing your ScanNCut. And sure cuts a lot. Okay, so go ahead, take your stamps, just stamp it on a white piece of paper. Okay, and let's say you don't have a stamping platform either, so you don't have the Misty, you don't have any of that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab another one of these because I do not like the way that came out. So you don't have anything. You got a block, you've got a black stamp pad, and you got some free stamps that came in a magazine. Just like Jen did. Okay? But you want to make the wreath and you don't want to draw like the instructions told me to. That's pretty good. Oh yes, there is a flaw in this one. It's missing half that stamp, that's why. Oh, it's all cut up. That's not good. But anyways, I'm going to show you how we can create a wreath. If you already own Sure Cuts a Lot, if you have canvas, yes, you can take it in there and you can hand place it. But in Sure Cuts a Lot, it's a lot easier because there's a button we can push in there. And it makes it so easy and so nice. Poobie, I tell you what. Alright, so let's get this to the scan. Okay, so here we are at the ScanNCut. And because we are all so used to what we normally do, we want to jump to direct cut right away. Nope, we can't use that. Because that's a direct cut. We can't save the file to get it to Sure Cuts a Lot. Well, then we instantly think scan to cut data. Oh, that's Jen's favorite. That's what she's going to jump to. No. Okay. We want to scan to USB. I don't care what cut lines this machine wants to pick up. I'm going to trust Sure Cuts a Lot. Okay. So we're going to scan to USB. Okay. Oh, hang on. Got to stand up and load my unloadable mat. Probably should have loaded it off camera so you guys don't have to watch me. Yeah, I know you want to start. So do I. Trust me. Got the camera at the wrong angle. No. No. Well. Yeah, the camera, I'm going to end up bumping it. That's rather in there, but I was going to say it's rather crooked. I got to move the camera. It's right where my arms need to be in order to get a grab on this puppy. Okay, now we're talking. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, all I'm going to do is hit start, and it's going to scan in. Do you see how important having your hands placed exactly to get that mat that's not loadable to go in and work? It's really, really important. Okay. So now we're just going to wait for it. What it's going to do is it's going to scan it. It's going to save it. It's going to save it as a number to my USB stick. That's all it's going to do. Then I'm going to eject my mat. I'm going to shut the machine down, and we're going to head over to Sure Cuts a Lot. I'm not going to do anything on the machine. Watch. We're going to come up here. I'm not going to do anything here. It's just going to save it to the machine. Save to USB media, a million zeros, and then the number 3 as a JPEG. Okay. That's it. So I hit eject, fold up this awesome thing, And I'm going to pull my USB stick, and now we're going to head to Sure Cuts a Lot. Alright, so here's Sure Cuts a Lot. We're going to come up here to the trace screen. Choose an image. RDX, image, 03. Please wait. Monochrome, this is what normally comes up. You don't even have to click anything. Let's just click OK and leave what normally comes up. We're just going to see how well this is. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, so click off. We're going to click back on. You see it's all stuck together. Okay, so we come in here to object. Well, ungroup isn't available. Correct. Please pay attention to this. We're going to click break apart. Things turn black. Absolutely. So carefully come in here. Highlight each individual thing. Object. Merge. Each individual thing back together. Make sure you select every part of it. Object. Merge. Because the things that you object merge back together are going to be stuck together again. Okay? So you don't want to highlight it all in object, merge it back together. That's the condition that it just came from. Object merge. And the reason that this gives such a good output is probably because I use the 600 DPI scanner. Okay? So this is technically the piece of the file that I wanted. Okay? And you see there's little bits and pieces that are missing out of there. So you see this is kind of ragged. Okay? How can I fix that? Well, I can use the brush. I can really decrease the size of it. 0.005. I can come in here. I can make little tiny marks. Okay. I can make it 0.05. Make a little bit bigger marks. Okay, so I can come in and I can hand fill all this if I want to. I can try to do a shadow layer, but what I fear with that is losing my centers. Okay, I can come in here and I can node edit. There's a lot of ways to clean up messy fonts, messy images, just kind of general messes like this that you get. Okay, but right now I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to clean up my stamps. Okay, ooh, that got a little crazy right there. That's okay. I can come in here and node edit it when I'm done. I'm going to pause this and come back. Okay, and I can actually fix this one if I wanted to, even though there was a hole in it. So with a careful hand, you can go in and fix this. You can fix any part of your stamp that you want. Okay, so I made a giant mess. I went in and path unioned it. Okay, but you can see there's still some holes there. So to see your holes that still need to be filled, just come over to the paper tab and check show outlines only, but do not forget to untick that or nothing you have on your mat will ever fill with color. Okay, so go in here and make sure that you're covering all your holes here. Okay, so let's come grab all of this, grab all of these, all these little boogered up areas, and then we're going to come back in. Okay, so now let's highlight all of this and path, oops, union. Okay, so that took all of those holes away. I really like that sitting right there. So let's come here and touch that up. And yes, it is important to fix your file, or else when you go to print it, it's going to look bad. Okay. Path and union. Okay, now path simplify. Oh, that's going to be too much. So let's take this down a little bit. 40. Let's see what that preview is. It might still be a little too much. Let's try 40. Preview. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that's better. Now I'm going to come in here and back some of these nodes up. And you can blow this view up a lot more if you want. If you want to get in there closer to take a closer look at these nodes. Okay. Back this one in. Back in a little bit. There we go. What is that one doing over here? Because anytime you have angular things that look like that, it's just not good. Okay, so that one right there, I'm just going to get rid of him. So what I did was I just clicked highlighted and then I got rid of him. That one, click highlight, backspace. Don't backspace anymore when they're all in blue, or that'll totally remove him from your page. Okay. So some of these look okay. I could sit here, and this is what I usually do when I make a file or I edit it. I'll sit here and I go through and I clean up these nodes an awful lot so it doesn't look so rough. Because you're not going for a rough look. But for now, this is going to have to be okay. Alright? So this is the part I wanted. Click this, come back in here, take off my show outlines only. Alright. Now, color. What if I wanted to make that, like I did in my first video, red? Well, that's fine. I want these in red, but I don't want that in red. How do I change that? Pretty easy. Object, break apart. Okay. I'm going to come back in here. We're just going to get in the habit. Okay, so we don't need to merge that one. He's okay. Alright, so let's come back in here. Object, merge. That merged them. Now these are separate because I merged them separately. I'm going to come in here. Let's see how dark of a green I can get because I'm not a fan of the color green. Okay, that looks okay to me. This red, though, needs to be darker because that is way too tomato red. Okay, that better? It's okay. Okay. Now, you know what? Let's make this a wee bit smaller. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to object, we're going to group this, and we're going to come up here, and we're going to duplicate rotated. Rotated duplicate, so it's always backwards. That cracks me up every time I see this. Direction, clockwise, evenly. Offset, well, let's leave those two alone for a minute. Okay. Okay, so let's bring this back to 0. Voila. Here we go. Okay. So I can switch it and do it that way. Oh, I'm a fan of that one. Oh, yeah. And then I can sit here and I can increase my copies, make it look how I want. Okay. I can also work on the spacing of that center. Now, I'm going to give you a little hint. Right now, I'm measuring with my eyes right here. And this is about like 2 and just about, yeah, I would say probably about 2.5, okay? Width, this is going to be about 2.5, a little bit bigger than that. So, oops, I can bring that back in a little bit. Okay, right there. I'm going to click OK. You can also group your duplicate. I'm sorry. Shoot. Object, duplicate rotated. You can group it right here if you click that. Okay. If there was any changes you wanted to make, you could do that before. So let's see. Right now, this is at 6 inches. Woo! Okay, so let's bring this down. Okay, so whatever size of, card that you have, little card piece that you have. Let's see here. Let's bring this up. You'll want to measure what that is. Okay. So you have a 4x4 piece. You do 4x4. Okay. Alright. So there is exactly 4x4. Okay. So if you have a 4.5 inch piece, you would do a 4x4. However you want to do it, that's how you can get there. Okay. Now, let me grab a piece of this. So we're going to do another one. Come on, you silly goofy thing. Okay, so we're going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. So just go ahead and start to click. Okay. Then come down here and move these around. Okay. Get it how you want it, how you like. Okay. Okay, so I need a big, alright, so now let's go for it. Okay. Come on. You can even change colors. Object. Ungroup. Come on. So this one you can change the color. Oh, where's purple? Purple, purple. So you can do like a little bit of a steering. Let's get a little bit good with that. I like the darkers. I'm just kind of a darker color girl myself. Object, duplicate, rotated. Oh crap. Well, no, actually, That's actually a good thing. Just grouping and rotating the flowers so that then you can put them on here without the stems, so you're not adding more of that. Okay, but you gotta get that space back in there. Okay. Okay. Alright, so there is our next little level. Oh, poo. I'm going to capture that one. There we go. Get that the heckin' out of the way. Okay, so now. I give up, I give up, I give up. Alright, but anyways, you can go ahead and keep building like that. Do you see how pretty that's starting to be? The thing is you are going to set your colors. So if you don't have a lot of different colored stamp pads, this is great. Okay, if you don't have a stamp platform such as the Misty or Tim Holtz's thingy or the Stampin' Up! People's thingy, and you don't have money to buy that, but you would still like to be able to create like everybody else is, and you do, thank goodness, have SureCuts a lot, this is a way to be able to do that. You can change the colors. You can make your colors in here, okay, by just changing the color over there on the color palette. You can even go so far as to have gradients, color gradients. And I'm going to see if I can't add that in here if this thing would stop being a turd. Yeah, let's come over here. Color, gradient. Yay, it did save mine. Pigment green, let's see. Yeah, so you can even print this gradient color. Alright. Then you can also make your own gradient files, because these are, as I was saying, these are all my own made color profiles. Okay, so there's my true rainbow that I made. Alright, so you can make the true rainbow. Let's see, let me duplicate that. Okay, make sure it stayed grouped. Yes, it did. So then I can come in, add the soft pastel pink mint green. Let's come over here and increase the size. And I don't really recommend increasing size. Yeah, you see it just kind of freaked on me. I recommend actually going in and doing the rotate, duplicate, rotate. Look at it, as soon as you move it, it freaks out and goes back to pink. It likes pink as much as I do. Oh, go figure. Okay, you can also come in here and you can turn it that way. Ooh, now it's going to green. Maybe if I turn it again, will it give me a different color? Woo woo! Nope. Well, if it keeps freaking out on you like that, just go back and hit that, and it'll go back to what it's supposed to be. But there you go. So then, what you do is you come in here. Okay. Let me delete this one because that one is trying to get me. Okay. So you're going to delete any little thing. You're going to move these. So if you want these to be a part of it, okay, so let me bring this little guy over here. Move him. And again. Oops. Okay, if you are not going to print that on a separate sheet of paper, which I highly recommend doing, using your stamp, stamping it on a sheet of paper and completely doing away with printing it. Okay, use your stamp. Same thing with this and this. Because you're going for a full color thing here, I really don't recommend bringing these in, so to speak. I recommend stamping them and doing whatever. Okay? This little guy is just being a pain in the dupa. Okay? So stamp them, color them if you have markers. If you don't and you want to add color in here, that's up to you. I recommend just stamping them. But here, so here's our little wreath. So we're going to come up here and we're going to come to File. And we're going to click Print. Okay, so I got my old office printer, my old HP 70 whatever 100, 500. So I'm going to come over here and I am going to actually hook it up. Look at my poor printer, how dusty she is. I've been out working. Okay. Alright, so now I actually moved the file. The file was sitting in the middle of the screen. You actually want to move it over and up. Oop, now printing. Ooh, woo. But you almost don't want to clean off old stuff. You clean it off, remove the dirt, and then it stops working. I'm not kidding, like every time. Let's see what we get. Oh, look. It's a Beautimus file. Now, my ink is like old. It's like 10 years old. So there we go. Hang on, let's bring it over here. Yeah, and it's on a cream colored backing, so. But there you go. So that's how you can make your file, okay, for your stamps. If you don't have all the stuff that you might want, but you really want to try to do it. Now, just make sure that the size of your output is going to fit on whatever card that you have, okay? So like if you only had a 4x4, that you shrink it down so it's going to fit, okay? Because right here on the in Sure Cuts a Lot, this is at least a 6x6 image, okay? So just make note of that before you start to do it. But that's how you use rotate, duplicate, or duplicate, rotated. It's absolutely awesome. I love using that. If you, when I taught classes, I taught people that for wedding gifts, utilizing vellum, wood, and some other different things that I have, utilizing glass. I will take the couple's name or names, and I will do that, put it in a beautiful font, do the rotate, duplicate, and make some absolutely beautiful artwork with their names. And it's truly a one-of-a-kind design, and it's just absolutely beautiful. But there you go. And this is simple. It's easy if you have Sure Cuts a Lot, and it's a lot of fun because you can really create whatever you want. Alright guys, if you have any questions, you can find me over at ScanNCut Canvas and SCAL Help on Facebook. Thanks guys.